these days we are not digging the soil. We are tickling the soil.
Tickling the soil.
Yes. We'll give you around 200 fruits.
200 fruits.
Yes. If we are to sell at 20 shillings, so our fruit, our tree,
Yes.
will give us 200 times 20. You know, once you go to the market,
Yes.
have you ever asked what the vendor, what variety are you selling?
No. Apple business is picking momentum. Apple business is taking shape, and everybody is running into apple farming. Few farmers have learned the skills. Few farmers have known how to do it, and majority are still in darkness. Some with apple trees in their farm, some with money in their banks and want to invest into this apple farming. I was privileged to talk to an expert, to have a conversation with one great farmer who is doing apple farming, also managing different projects in apple farming. And I felt it's good to share with you so that you can learn, so that you can be a better farmer. Remember, like I usually say, let's grow together. We cannot grow together until the day we all get all the information that is with the expert. Farming is business.
Yes.
And these apples, other than being beautiful, being sweet, and other than being among the rare fruit in our markets, we cannot just wake up and design to grow apples.
Yes.
So the question of the farmer,
Yes.
how profitable is apple farming? How profitable?
I would say it's quite profitable.
Yes.
Because if you look at the normal market price,
Yes.
and you are introduced, depending on the area which you are, an apple is retailing between 30 shillings to 50 shillings.
True. Like in my area that I'm in, you buy a good apple at 50 shillings.
Yes. So from the farmer, we'll put the margin of the retailer. Like for a case, they were giving it at only 20 shillings.
20 shillings from the farm gate price.
Farm gate price.
Yes, yes.
Depending on the quantity you want, come take all the pieces that you need. We are giving it 20 shillings.
20 shillings.
Because we want them to have a taste of it and also have a feel of the market. So we are giving you a price, an introductory price. So that is for the wholesalers. You can come, pick all the quantity that you need. So if you are to go with that small, that price, 20 shillings, you find in a tree during the first harvest, like this one is around 3 years old.
Yes.
So it will give you around 200 fruits.
200 fruits.
Yes, that's per tree.
Per tree, per season, or per tree, per year?
That is, we are talking over season. So like this one, I'm telling you, this one we have harvested for 3 months.
For 3 months, yes.
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 You see the numbers of the fruits which are remaining, they are still quite significant.
Yeah.
So we'll go with 200. If we are to sell at 20 shillings, so our fruit, our tree,
Yes.
will give us 200 times 20. So around 4,000 shillings.
Yes.
Now, multiply that with the number of trees that you have. So if you have 10, you multiply by 10.
Yes.
If you have 100, multiply by 100.
Yes.
If you have 1,000, multiply by that. So those are the margins.
Okay. And now, talking of the margins, talking of the numbers of trees.
Yes.
Now, this is very personal.
Yes.
How much is much? Now, the limitation, now in your limit, because farmers need help.
Yes.
How much is much? Which farmer do you work with? Which farmer don't you don't work with?
You see, depending on where you are, different farmers got different capacities. There are those farmers who want to do 2 trees.
Yes.
For the beauty, depending on, maybe is in a plot somewhere.
Yes.
He wants to do a few trees.
Yes.
Instead of planting flowers, You know, once you plant something like this,
Yes.
it's beautiful.
Sure.
Even beautifies the compound.
Very true.
And it also gives you something in return.
Uh-huh.
So we don't say that we work with someone who needs 1,000 or 200.
Okay.
We can start with years depending on how much you can afford. Can you do 10? Can you do 2? Can you do 1,000? We don't discriminate.
Okay.
We will work with you and we will walk with you the journey. We'll guide you. I have to come physically up to your place.
Yes.
These days, you know, we can talk. We can communicate. You can take a picture, send, see how the response is going,
Yes.
and we'll guide you all through up to harvesting. And secondly, now when you have your compound
Yes.
with such kind of fruits, your kids will be enjoying crunchy fruits right from the doorstep.
Sure.
Very sweet, and it is something they have learned. You know, we want to motivate even the generations and entice them into farming.
Sure.
That it doesn't have to be that labor intensive. It's not a matter of now picking the djembe and digging the soil.
Yes.
No. These days we are not digging the soil. We are tickling the soil.
Tickling the soil.
Yes.
Yes.
That is why when you tickle the soil, it laughs with the harvest.
Interesting.
So we are tickling the soil,
Yes.
and then we laugh with
the harvest.
Yes.
It's such beautiful and good.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't have to be that manual labor, which is tiring and have to drain you. No, we are saying we have to look at it in a way that even the younger generations, they'll be motivated to come to do the farming and they can see the results.
Okay.
Yes.
And also for the starters, maybe somebody with 2 trees, once they are certified with the production,
Yes.
they can scale to the next level without fearing of the production, because they know the skill. They know what it takes to produce and what one tree can give.
Yes. Because there are those who have started with, probably they will tell you, I want just 10 fruits because this will be my project.
Yes.
And once we walk the journey, the person looks at what he is getting from the 10 trees.
Yes.
And then he said, no, now I am feeling confident enough. I can do half an acre, or I can do an acre. So he is moving from the 10 trees to around 300, 500 trees.
Okay.
And because this is also, it's capital intensive, because when you are setting up, you have to do everything right. The infrastructure bit of it, it's capital intensive. So depending on what you have, we can sit down and agree, because of the power of the pocket power that you have, we can work with that. Let's start with 100 trees, which will be able to manage and give you something which will be able to translate. You can be able now to move from the 100 to 500.
Yes.
Without straining much and without interfering with your budget.
Yes.
Yes. It is a process. Yes.
And now, still on business, because I understand also when talking of fruit business, there are the factors that you consider like varieties.
Yes.
In your case,
Yes.
because I know you are a farmer, also you are working in this project with different farms.
Yes.
Do you have a specific variety that once I grow today, I'm done and it gives me the best of the best?
I wouldn't really say there is a particular variety, because that will all depend on the customer market preference. If you go to the market, we try to move from the market, work backwards. What does the consumer need? What is it that will attract this person to buy this particular fruit and not any other?
Yes.
Or we look at the qualities which the customer is looking at, and then we work backwards so that we can produce that to satisfy a particular demand.
Yes.
We don't work the other way. We grow and then we take it to the market. We are market oriented. We are in business.
Yes.
We are not just doing this because we want to farm. At the end of the day, we want to have something in your pocket.
Sure.
To cater for your expenses
Right.
and to grow.
Yeah.
Now, when you work with the market,
Yes.
you will be able, because there are those who will tell you, I prefer a green apple.
Yes.
There's those who say, I like the red ones, like the pink ones.
Yes.
I like this one.
Yes.
So you will you do your market survey.
Yes.
Look at what the market is demanding,
yes.
and then provide that, because there is already a need.
Yes.
We are satisfying that particular need. Yes. Okay. So we don't have any variety that we advocate. This is no. We say what the customer, because the customer is the king. At the end of the day, if the customer cannot pick your product, you're not in business.
Yeah, because Avant stall is this variety code X is the best. This variety code Y produces as many fruit as possible. So there is nothing to do with the variety. All you need is what the customer in that area does. Also the client specification, what the client wants. Yes. Also what you are looking at in terms of production and business part of it.
Yes.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yes.
Thank you for those insights, because this has been a confusing factor, and I'm so happy to have met you in this farming journey of apples. And the best thing I like about the project that you're doing, even if you are saying you're dealing with multiple varieties of apples.
Yes.
It's even hard to identify which varieties are those, because always they are calling fruits. You know, when you see fruit, you don't even want to know the name of the variety. You say, bring these.
You know, once you go to the market,
yes.
Have you ever asked what the vendor, what variety are you selling?
No.
You look at the fruit. So I asked you, why would you take this particular fruit? Because I like what I see.
Yes.
And that is what you'll buy. Then from there, you'll go and taste. And then you're like, oh, yes, this is nice. So tomorrow I'll go to the same vendor and get that particular variety because I liked it. It was appealing. It is sweet. That is what I was looking for in a fruit.
Yeah.
If it does not appeal to you, the color, the taste, tomorrow you won't go back.
Sure.
Irrespective of whatever the variety that was in the market.
Very true.
The customer is looking at what is appealing. Very rarely will you find a vendor or a customer asking you which particular variety are you selling.
Yeah, very true.
Yes. That's why we say whatever we are given by the farmer, whatever he has there, is what we'll work with to get the best out of that particular tree.
Yes.
And achieve the marketable fruits, which will translate into something into the farmer's pocket.
Very true.
Because that we must be in business. We are not farming.
We are not just
in
farming.
agribusiness.
We are in agribusiness.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know about business. You've shared much about the managerial part of it.
Yes.
And I know the next question is, how can we get Lincoln? How can we? So it's also wise to share with them your contact, because after this, it's like I told you, these are report I was sent by farmer. Go get us this information.
Yes.
Yeah. So from this, they need to be in contact with you for the business part of it, to get the best seed drinks.
Yes.
Because I used to think when you want to grow apples, you just go to the seed drinks and you buy apples, then you look for an agronomist. And you've told me before even you start, you need to be at the farm.
You need to be equipped with the information. So that even when you are going to that seedling seller, you are able to get the best and the variety which will suit your needs. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Lincoln, for the information. We are so grateful. I'm so happy to have you on this TV show. And kindly share your number with them, and I will also display it so that for them to get it easy.
No problem.
Yes.
My number is 0722 331 563.
563.
Yes.
Thank you, Lincoln. You've heard it from the expert. You've heard it from the person who is on the ground handling so many apple projects. This is not something to ignore. So if you want to get into business, talk to him, talk to the expert, so that you can be a better farmer and do business. Bye.